Hello everyone, I am Manav, and in this video we are going to discuss about light, reflection and laws of reflection, and also about a great and a wonderful camera known as our pinhole camera, and about the periscope. I think you must have wondered that in a periscope, how we see the image that is at the side. Reflection and our light travel in a straight line. Am I right? Our light travel in a straight line. So how we can see that? It is a magic. So I would like to say that it is not a magic. It is just physics. It is just a little science. So let's begin with some examples of the light that we use. I'm right. We use light as an example of lamps, table lamps, and LED bulbs, moonlight, sunlight. We are quite familiar with this word light. So what is light? Because without understanding about the light, we cannot understand the laws of reflection and also what is the principle of reflection. I'm right. So what is light? When I used to talk about light, we say that light is a form of energy that let us to see object around us. Now you are able to see me. How you are able to see me? With the help of light. But which type of light? Is it artificial light, the light that is coming from artificial sources, or it is light that is coming from natural sources? So I think that everyone can answer this question. As you can see behind me, there is garden. So you can make a sense that I am not making this video in a room. Am I right? And as you can see this, it is clearly visible. So in a wide area, not in a room. I am not a crazy person, so that I will make a holder here and I will hold LED lights. And you can also make a sense that I am sitting outside, and outside there is no shed. There is a little shed of the trees. But we cannot say that it is a clear shed. So there will be light, or you can see me without the presence of light. It's right that light is there. Which light? It is moonlight? No. It is sunlight? Yes, it is. As you can see behind me, there is a yellow light that is falling on leaves. Am I right? So it makes sense about this. This is light. Now you can see me with the help of the principle of reflection. Now what is reflection? Before understanding about the reflection, I think we should learn about the characteristic of light. What are the characteristics of the light? First, light always travels in a straight line. This is known as that light always travel in a straight line, mean it follows rectilinear propagation. Now we are quite familiar with the word rectilinear. Yes, isn't it? Yes, we are. We are quite familiar with this word rectilinear. Rectilinear means straight, and straight. Proportion mean propagation, way, straight way of light. Alright. So this is what straight way of light mean. Light always travel in straight way. Now let's again come to our topic, reflection. Reflection is bouncing back of light. Sunlight that is falling on my head or on my face, it is reflected by my face surface, and then it's bounced back. And it's going to the camera. And when it's going to the camera, that rays are coming, and those rays are going to your eye. I'm right. So this process, bouncing back of light, is known as nothing but reflection. Now you will say, when it's reflected, when it's bounced back, it changes path? No, not at all. Why? Because light is not going that there is an opaque object and it will then reflect out. It's right that it will reflect out, will bounce back. But if there is an opaque object that does not allow light to pass through it, light cannot say that, oh, there is an opaque object, so I have to move from side. I'll have to take over. I'm right. So it will not go like this. This will bounce back. And that bouncing back is also what? Yes, you are right. Straight. Reflected rays are also straight. So for this, I'm right. So this is what that I'm saying. What is reflection? Reflection cannot be seen on a transparent and on a translucent material. I hope you can touch with this word. Translucent and transparent material. Transparent material. What do you understand by transparent material? So the transparent material are the materials that are, yes, you're right, that are the material, or we say they are a type of material that allow light to pass through it. So how light will bounce back? It will easily go from that particular material. And in translucent, partial part of light is reflected, like in butter paper, or we say partial part of light is used to enter in into that particular material. And what that material is known as? Yes, it's known as translucent material. I'm right. So this is all about reflection. Now let's move on to the laws of reflection. What are the laws of reflection? So let's begin with the first law. But before understanding first law, I think we should understand about the incidence, angle of incidence and angle of reflection and reflected ray. So I advise you that you should now please carefully listen me. First, what is incident ray? We know that light is like a ray, and the group of that rays are known as beam. There are three types of rays: converging, diverging, and parallel rays. Converging are like this mean the rays are coming from sources, and the source from a particular source or different sources, and then they meet at a point. Am I right? They meet at a point like this. Diverging rays are rays that are going from here, from a particular source. First they were joined like this, and they are scattering in opposite direction. They are not intersecting each other, or they are not meeting at a point. But in our converging ray, they meet like this at a particular point. Or we can say they intersect each other. I'm right. So this is our incident ray. What incident ray? The ray that is coming from the light source. Sunlight, the rays that are coming there, incident ray. What we say them? Which term we will use for them? Incident ray. Yes, what? Incident ray. Now, second, our angle of incident. The angle that is formed by reflection, the angle that is formed by the incident ray on a reflected surface, on a shiny reflection surface, is known as angle of incidence. What is known as angle of incidence? Reflected ray, when the incident ray touch to the surface, they are reflected up. That reflected ray that is coming from the our surface is known as reflected rays. Alright? And the angle of reflection. What was angle of reflection? Yes, our angle of reflection means the angle that is made by our reflected rays is known as angle of reflection. Now let's again come to our topic, laws of reflection. Now I think we can easily understand about the laws of reflection. First law, what is first law? Angle of incidence. Our angle of incidence and our angle of reflection will be equal. Now you will say how? If I take this as surface, this is our reflected ray, and there is an imaginary line. Please listen me carefully. There is an imaginary line here. It is perpendicular. It is a perpendicular line like this. It is fully straight. It is neither acute nor obtuse in angle, in type of angle. What it is? Right angle, right angle, or we can say it is of 90 degree. That imaginary line divide. Sorry for this. Her angle of that normal, that is known as normal, that imaginary line that is perpendicular, that divides our angle of reflection and angle of incidence. So if my angle of incidence is here, reflection is here, so their angle, if this is theta r, angle of reflection, and our incident is theta incidence, they will be equal. Sorry for this. So for example, our angle of incidence is 30. So our angle of reflection will also be 30. Then there is a particular reflection, a real, that obey this first rule. Second law, second protocol for the reflection is that our normal our incident ray and our, yes, you are right, reflection ray will always lie on the same plane. This is our plane, so there will be our ray of reflection, incident ray, and our normal will always lie on the same plane. They will not be here. I mean, our reflection is here, our incident ray is here, normal is here. It will not be happen every time. I'm right. So let's move on to the two types of reflection. There are two types of reflection: regular reflection and irregular reflection. So the reflection that happens on mirror, or we can say that happen on a plane and a shiny surface, is known as regular reflection. It is very much parallel, its lines are very much parallel. And the reflection that happen on a diffused surface or an irregular patterned surface is known as diffused reflection or irregular. Now let's move on to the pinhole. The journey of the photography was started from pinhole camera. How? It started, what's happened there is, it started when our photography was started, and this our, there is a box, it has a translucent material, there is a pin, and the image is used to a box, or a object is used to place there. Rectilinear propagation happen of light and it inverted. So like this is the principle. So I hope, friend, you understand our today's topic. Our topic is completed, and I will meet you again with a new and amazing topic in another video. Thank you.